So there was a sale on and we picked up a couple of bits and bobs. We got a couple of Kaldheim boosties, set boosties, not just normal ones, and Zendikar gift edition, which means it's got a collector booster in it, so we might get a cool dual land. But let's start with the Kaldheim since it's a smaller one. Get that through and done. Welcome everyone to the channel who's not been here before. We're mostly a commander player, if we can ever find a group to play with. Angel Warrior token. Art card. Snow-covered island. We do need some of these if we're building one of the Jon Snow deck kind of things at a later date. Okay. Let's go through a few bits and bobs. Frost Peak Yeti. Snow creature could be usable in the snow deck. 3/3 that for 2 mana can't be blocked. That's okay. Shimmer Drift Veil. Snowland that can tap for any colour, but you forsake the first turn of it. Changeling cannot count as a snow creature. It's a flyer that's a 1/4 that you can switch up to a 4/1. Part the realm with foretell. So it's either 2 mana at instant, or you can foretell it for 2 and then play it for 1 later on for a bounce. And it's non-land permanent to its owner's hand, so you can use it to save your own creatures or get rid of someone else's. Carfell Harbinger. It taps to generate blue for foretell cards or instants and sorceries. 2 mana. Rampant blue. Raven form. This is a nice foretell. That's sort of like a swan song, because it's 1 mana to turn a creature into a bird or an artifact. But you do need to plan ahead for it. Vengeful Reaper, Dark Angels, Flying Death Touch Haste with foretell for 2. So it costs you the same amount just over the course of 2 turns. Blood Sky Berserker. When you cast your second spell each turn, put 2 counters on it, and it gains menace. Can be good. Oh, we've got some lovely, lovely things. A rare is Tusky, the Squiggle, and fantastic. Not inside. It's Showcase Frame, I think it's called. For some reason, we got an additional Frost Peak Yeti and a foil Guardian Gladewalker. Nice common changeling that can fit into almost any deck. On to pack 2. Art card. Looks like an elven funeral. Joe Snowland with 2 land types on it. Can be nice, but unfortunately my snow deck doesn't use planes. Yara Kinseekers. Can be alright. There's a free scry, and if you're in tribal, that's a 3/5. Snow creature, Berg Strider. It's a big frost lynx. It's fine, yeah. Pilfering Hawk. 1/2 flyer that can loot. And a snow creature. It's alright. Frostbite. Snow instant. It's a shock or a firebolt or a lightning bolt, depending if you're into snow. Ascent of the Worthy. Okay, so you can redirect damage to a separate creature, possibly with indestructible, for a couple of turns, and then you can resurrect a creature possibly that you had killed with the first ability, and it's an angel warrior in addition to its other types, and has a flying counter. Counters, yeah, they were good. Forgot this set used them. Freya, Judge of Valor. We have one of these already. Cast your 6 abilities turn, look at the top 3 cards of your library, one in the hand and the rest into your graveyard. Good for resurrecting with Ascent of the Worthy. Renegade Reaper, another Dark Angel. Mill 4 when it comes in. If at least one angel was milled this way, gain 4 life. Hailstorm Valkyrie. More angels. Snow creature angel this time. For 2 snow, it can get +2/+2 till the end of the turn, and this is not limited, so you can make it real big if you have enough snow mana. And a rare is Calamity Bearer. If a giant source would deal damage to a permanent, it deals double that damage instead. We do have a giant's deck, and it already has one of these in it. And Showcase Frame. Maja Bretaga Protector. It's lovely. Human, tribal, Selesnya creates warriors. Yeah, I think we have one of these, but you know, it's just a lovely showcase frame. We're probably going to upgrade that. Our foil is Mists of Lityara. Flash enchantment for -3 power for a creature or vehicle. And Evermind. Yeah, Arcane. This must be a list card, yeah, because it's Kamigawa. Draw a card, Evermind is blue, splice into Arcane for 2 mana. Oh. It can only be spliced. That's interesting because it has no casting cost. Interesting. Okay, so on to Zendikar Rising Gift Edition Bundle. Now, we're far enough into the video that I can hopefully see folks that are interested are sticking around, and I can give you all a little bit of update on channel. Got a nice art piece there in the background, double-sided, good. Yeah, shortly after this video, we will be releasing a preview of our next Robert Howard one. So you get chapter 1, and then shortly after that will be the full thing. And the full thing is going to be something we've been asked for a while, which is an El Borak story by Robert Howard. And while we're doing that, we've also started pre-production on, I'm sorry to say, the last Robert E. Howard Solomon Kane story, Moon of Skulls. And there's the backdrop inlay for the box. Nice. So that's going to be all good and fun. Nice storage box. And we're also going to be putting up some more of our stories onto Bandcamp. Big chunky dice that never gets used, and we end up with millions of them. I will announce them as they come out and let you know which ones you can grab hold of. And yes, we're still looking into merch, so that should be fun too. Couple of rules cards, island packs, sets of all the artwork from Zendikar for all the lands. And this should be the foil land pack with promo card on the front. Our promo is Charix, the Raging Isle. I've had this character before in a previous set. Suppose your opponent's cast a target Charix, costs 2 more to cast, and 3 Charix gets +X, -X for X the number of islands you control. Interesting Leviathan crap. Could be good in a big fish deck. And we have foil versions of all the lands we just showed. We'll need to start upgrading some of the lands in our decks with some nice shiny ones. Our collector booster that we'll save for the end. And 10 regular ones. Hopefully get some nice lands out of it. Nice Zendikar lands after all. Okay, pack 1. Add card, rubbish. Okay, Tormenting Voice. Nice simple card drawn red, all fun. Negate, nice little counter spell, but just for non-creatures. Paired Tactics, a Parties Matter card. We should be building a party deck at some point. Might of Marasa, a nice attack check pump that could be +3/+3 or +5/+5, depending on how much mana you have. Blood Beckoning. Get a card back from the graveyard, or 2 if you kick it. Shepherd of Heroes. Cleric, which is part of party, and party matters because you gain 2 life for each creature in your party when this shows up. Rogue, another party. Flash Flying, when it enters target opponent mills 2, because that's part of the rogue mechanic. Merfolk Cleric. When it blocks, it taps a creature down. Well, when it blocks, it keeps a creature tapped. Skyclave Sentinel. Can come in with extra counters. And if it's got counters, it doesn't have Defender. Expedition Champion, and that is a serious sized potato peeler he's got. Iridescent Horn Beetle. That could be interesting. There's plenty of +1/+1 counter decks out there. Little Mage's Domination. Again, working with the Rogues deck for enemy graveyard filling. Cleric of Life's Bond. We do have a Cleric's deck in black-white. Could be interesting. Valakut Awakening. Good draw spell with land on the back. Nice double-faced, all good. And for land we have a full art swamp. Lovely. Back to we have one of these double-faced cards for limited inclusion. Now, what we found is useful about these is if you put it in an inner sleeve, you can write on it and rub it off with dry erase marker and use it as like what they're called infinitokens or something like that, where you can draw any token that you don't have to hand on it. Angel Heart Protector. I still don't have any idea why this doesn't have flash. I mean, okay, you can bring it in, give something indestructible and swing with it in safety, but really, it would be a much better card if you could flash it out to protect something in need. Scorch Rider, more kicker, and Warrior. Party creature type, which can get given haste. Chilling Trap. Wizard Tribal instant. Well, The instant target creature gets -4 isn't great, but the fact that it's a 1-mana cantrip that draws you a card is all good. Kabira Outrider. Buffs a creature when it comes out. Unfortunately, it's not permanent. Might of Marasa again. Blood Beckoning again. Bubble Snare. Right, so for 1 mana, you cast it on a tapped creature and it doesn't untap. Or you can cast it on an untapped creature and they might be reticent to tap it. But with the kicker, you can tap down. Be nice for instant, but there you go. Another nice little cantrip. Tap a creature, draw a card. Works very well with the Bubble Snare before. Feed the Swarm. How does black get rid of enchantments? It's pretty much this. Or what is it? Farika's Libation. Grow Tag Bug Catcher. Another party spell. Pine Gecko. Reduce kicker costs. And +1/+1 counter synergy. Concerted Defense. It's a okay counter spell. Not fantastic. Black Bloom Rogue. Nice little rogue card with a swamp on the back. And a rare is Magmatic Channeler. As long as you've got cards in your graveyard, well, instants and sorceries, it's a 4/4 for 2. And it can poke itself by you discarding cards to Impulsive Draw. It's a land as a full art. Back 3. Cat token. Cat with a utility belt like Batman. Batcat. Fisher Wizard. One-shot Loot Goblin. Tazim Royal Mage. Kicker. Recurs an instant or sorcery. Expedition Healer, another cleric. Lifelink, as long as you control another cleric. I do have a cleric stick, but this is probably not going to make the cut. Hellion, Pyroclastic Hellion. Bounce a land, 2 damage to each opponent. Interesting. Adventure Awaits. It's a cantrip. It'll draw you a card at any rate, but really it looks for a creature. Oh, and it's if you didn't. You may reveal a creature card, so you can just look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you don't like the creatures involved in them, you can just draw a card. Hagra Constrictor. This is a good +1/+1 counters deck card, because it's tribal for them. Gives them all menace. Tucked Up Rubblefort. Creatures have haste. Well, creatures you control have haste. Nice. Glacial Grasp. Mill cards, tap something down and draw. It's a nice little combination. McKinley Ox. Landfall. Landfall very prevalent in this set. Tap a creature down. Cinderclasm. Deals 1 damage to each creature. It's kicked. Deals 2. All good, but I believe, yeah, there's a black, I think it's a creature or an enchantment that makes all your instants and sorceries have death touch. This would be great for. Emeria Captain. Party creature. Gets a counter on it for every creature in the party, so it at least comes down as a 2/2. Flying Vigilance, but you obviously want more. And +1/+1 counter synergy and double-faced forest basswood fortifications. That'll find a place somewhere. Relic Robber is a rare Goblin Rogue. Haste. When it deals combat damage to the player, create a Goblin Construct Artifact creature token with this creature can't block, and at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. Also, it's that player that you attacked gets the goblin that hurts them. Doesn't say it can't be sacrificed though, so don't give it to any sack decks. Foil cards, another Meta Varasa, and a full art Plains. We picked up these bundles because there was a sale on a site we use online called Chaos Cards. It's a very good and well priced site for the UK. I use it quite a lot. The only other site I use is Magic Madhouse because it has a greater selection of old singles that we use for Commander and stuff. Another one of these. And starting off, Inordinate Rage, attack pump with a scry. Enter the Royal. Bounce a non-land permanent to its owner's hand so you can rescue your own stuff or bounce some of it. And it's non-land permanent, so it's whatever. You can get your good enchantment back before someone kills it. And kick it to draw a card. Smite the Monstrous. 4 mana kill spell. Adventure Awaits. We've already had that. Cleansing Wildfire. Destroy a land, draw a card. Actually, it's a controller, so you can tap a land to pay for this, destroy your own land, and go and fetch another land. If you need extra lands in the bin, that is. And still draw. Cunning Geyser Mage. 3/2 wizard that bounces a creature if you kick it. Seagate Banneret, an expensive attack pump for all your creatures, if you have the mana for it. Spare Supplies. It's an egg, kind of. 2 mana, draw a card. 2 mana, draw another card. Scale the Heights. There's a bit of everything. +1/+1 counter. Gain 2 life. Play an additional land and draw a card. Mind Carver. Attaches when it comes in the first time. And it works well with the Rogue's deck if the enemy has a full graveyard. Goma Fada Vanguard. Warrior Tribal. Can be unblockable if you have enough warriors. Skyclave Cleric. This could go in the Cleric's deck, as it's Basilica on the back. Just plains that comes in tapped. And gains you 2 life. But, lovely. Borderless Felidar Retreat. Enchantment, landfall, either create a cat or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and they all gain vigilance. That is a card. We have a cat deck with one in. We'll need to put it in something else now too. And a full art forest. Pack 5, I think we're on. Drake token, 2/2 flyer. Shell Shield, not a bad protection spell. To kick it gets you hexproof. The unkicked version is very rarely used. Tasim Raptor. Again, you can use it to soft ramp yourself, returning a land you've already tapped and then playing it again if you've missed your land drop. Kazandu Stomper does the same thing but returns 2 lands. Subtle Strike. -1/-1 a creature or get a counter on one of yours. Or both, obviously. Who would ever choose one unless your enemy doesn't have any creatures? Vanquish the Weak. 3 mana kill spell but only for lands. Seagate Colossus party spell. This is a 7/5 for 7, but if you've got a full party, or if you've got 3 and then the warrior makes up the 4th, this can be 7/5 for 3. Guldraz Mucklord. When it dies, put a +1 counter on a creature. Risen Riptide. Whenever you cast a kicked spell, this 0/5 becomes a 5/5. Marasa Brute. Just with flavor text. 3/3 for 3. Warrior. Important. Utility Knife. Equips for free when it comes in. +1/+1. It's not bad. Lull Mage's Familiar. A kicked spell buff. And ramp. Scion of the Swarm. Cleric life gain +1/+1 counters. Very nice. Double-faced card, Spikefield Hazard. Can exile a thing if you time it right. You'll go to destroy a creature, deal 1 damage to it first, and then kill it. And mount from the back. And a rare is Skyclave Relic. It's a monolith that if you kick it, you get 3 of them, and they're indestructible. And a full art mountain. I think we've had like 1 of each full arts now. Pretty much. Pack 6. Another one of these. Synchronized Spellcraft. 4 damage to a creature and X damage to a controller, where X is the creatures in your party, so that can be up to 4 for 5 mana. It's a bit pricey, but at least it's instant. Cascade Seer. Scry X, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Farsight Adept. Wizard that draws you and an opponent a card. It's kind of nice. I do have a group hug deck that has white in it. This could be fun. I don't know if I'll make the cut though. Because I do Stomper again, bouncing your own land. Subtle Strike again, +1/+1 and -1/-1. Territorial Scythe, Cat Landfall, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it has Trample. It's not bad. Prowling Felidar, same landfall trigger, +1/+1 counter on it. This one has Vigilance instead. This is Zendikar. Enchant land, makes it a 4/4 elemental with reach and haste. And when the land dies, you return that land to your hand. Not this card, a land card. There's another cycle that does the enchantments coming back. Expedition Diviner. I think that other cycle was the Genjus. Right. Expedition Diviner. As long as you control another wizard, this draws you a card when it dies. Spitfire Legak. Pings each opponent whenever you play a land. Roiling Regrowth. It's Harrow again, isn't it? Sack a land, fetch 2 lands. Basics only. Sure-footed Infiltrator. Rogue stuff again. Rogue Tribal. Tap another rogue, and this rogue can't be locked. When it deals combat damage to a card, like a Hooded Fidian. Solundi Visions. Look at the top 6 cards, reveal an instant sorcery, put in your hand, the rest of the bottom. A nice card selection for 3 with an island on the back. And a rare is Coveted Prize. 4 and a black, or just a black if you have a full party. Search your library for a card, put it in your hand, shuffle. If you have a full party, you can cast the spell with a converted mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. And a full art swamp. Coveted Prize is a lot like those expertise spells. It has an effect, and then you can sort of play a card for free. Up to a certain value. Pack 7. That card. Sneaking Guide. Can make other small creatures unblockable. Zulaport Duelist. Can weaken a creature and mills the opponent for the rogue theme. A 2/1. That's a 2/3 if it's not your turn. Territorial Scythe Cat again. Mind Drain. Opponent discards 2 cards, loses a life, you gain a life. Dreadworm. Landfall gains indestructible. Canopy Baloth. Landfall, it gets +2/+2 till end of turn. Unfortunately, it's only temporary. Weirdly enough, same landfall trigger, Elemental Dog this time, Akum Hellhound. Bubble Snare we've seen before. Canyon Jerboa. Echo Desert Mouse Hoppity thing. When a land hits the battlefield, all your creatures get +1 till the end of turn. That's not bad if you get multiple land drops. Veteran Adventurer. It counts as all party types, and it costs 1 less for each creature in your party, and has Vigilance. So it could be a 5/5 for 2, and it can fill any space. It's pretty good. Bala Get Recovery. This is a good double face card. What is the name of that? there's Recollect or whatever it is. There's a lot of cards that can do this, but this one is stuck on the other side of the land. And our rare for the evening is Akiri, Fearless Voyager, Equipment Core Warrior. And at instant speed, you can pay a white and attach a piece of equipment from a creature, and it gains indestructible. But if it's vigilance, it also gets tapped. And when you attack a player with an equipped creature, draw a card. And our foil is Turn Timber Aesthetic. Giant Cleric, gain 3 life. Unfortunately, our cleric does not have green in it, just black and white. And full up planes. We're getting lots of the nice double face land cards, but none of the weird funky ones. The expensive jobs. We did get Alaka, which is pretty nice. Another one of these, another Tormented Voice, another Negate, another one of these, another one of these, and our first new card of this pack is Gnarled Colony. It's +1/+1 counters matters. You can kick it to give it +1/+1 counters, and every creature you control with counters has trap. Shepherd of Heroes, party mechanic with life gain, 2 points for each creature in your party. Akiri Sky Dancer, rogue mill tactic again, flash flying when it enters target opponent mills 2. We've had this one before. Potato Peeler again. And Rock Slide Sorcerer. It pings whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard to any target. That's not bad. Core Cleric, life gain synergy. When you gain life for the first time each turn, create 1 more white cat. And for 3 mana, you can give other clerics lifelink till the end of the turn. Well, 1 other cleric. But it's not a tap ability, so if you've got the mana, you can hit multiple targets. We had one of these before. And double-sided Kazandu Mammoth, +2/+2 till end of turn for landfall, and it's a forest on the back. 3/3 for 3. That's not bad. Full Art Island. 2 packs to go, and then the special one. Copy token, always useful with Jace on the art. Molten Blast. Destroy target artifact or deal 2 damage to creature or planeswalker. Has instant speed, but 3 mana is a lot for that effect. Seafloor Stalker. Can give something unblockable for 4 and a green, which costs 1 less for each creature you buy. So it could just be, oh, I said a green, I meant a blue. So it can just be a blue. And can be used multiple times. Resolute Strike, Warrior Tribal card. Free attach equipment if it's a warrior, otherwise it's just +2/+2. Another one of those. And another Cleric, life gain spell. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses a life. This one doesn't fly either. What was the name of that one that always thought it could fly? I think it was in an old set. Vampire that whenever you gain life, an opponent loses one. Sizzling Barrage. 2 mana for 4 damage to a creature that blocked. You can do that damage before the block finishes. As long as the block has been declared, it has blocked, I think. I think it counts as having blocked as long as the block's declared. You don't need to wait for the combat to resolve to cast this. Deadly Alliance. It's a kill spell that could cost just 1 black if you have a full party. Highborn Vampire. I think there's one in each of the major creature types, like warrior, not vampire, that is reasonably statted and just has flavor text. Dauntless Unity. Mass buff with a kicker. So it's either 1/1 to each creature or 2/1. Strength of Solidarity. +1/+1 counter on a creature for each creature in your party. Speaking of parties, gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. This can cost just 2 mana if you have a full party. Demon's Disciple. Because we like one of these, don't we? It's sort of that plague guy, the flesh-bag marauder, the executioner. Malakir Rebirth. Oh, we like these. Yep, you can have a creature die and come back. It costs you 2 life, but that's fine. I think we have a lovely Rakdos, the showstopper deck. This would be good in, and with a Swamping Bug. For a rare, Maul of the Skyclaves. Free attaching, +2/+2, flying and first strike for 3. After that, costs 4 to equip it. Eesh. But nice. And full art for us. I've not done many of these for a while, and I've not done a great deal of talking for a while, so my voice is only just holding up. Last regular pack. Another one of these. Fisher Wizard. Tazim Royal Mage. Here's a new one. Expedition Healer. 2/2 with Vigilance. It has lifelink as long as you have another cleric. Another one of those Hellions. Another Blight Priest. This is new. 1 mana. Search for a land, basic land, put it in your hand. If it's kicked for 4 mana, you get 2 instead. Here's Binding. Pacifism. Skyclave Squid. Landfall. It can attack because it's got Defender. 3/2 for 2. Tut run for it again. Merfolk Windrobber. Again, the rogue milling strategy. And sacrifice it to draw a card if your opponent has enough cards in his graveyard. Musspit Skellington. 2/2 for 2. If you kick it for 3, it's a 5/5 for 5. And anytime you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, you can move Musspit Skeleton from your graveyard to the top of your library. It just keeps coming back. Kabiri Takedown. Damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker and its island on the back. And our last normal rare is the Kick Legendary. When you cast a kicked spell, you can remove 2 counters from it to copy a spell and choose new targets for the copy. It comes in with X counters on it for each mana spent to cast it. So it's a 1/1 for every 1 mana. And a foil Umbra Wizard. You cast Instant Sorcery Wizard. Sorry, Umara Wizard, not Umbra Wizard. Against flying to the end of the turn. And it's an island on the back. Oh, that's nice. Skyclaves. And a full art mint. Now, we're on to our tasty pack. Collector Booster. I've only actually ever opened 1 Collector Booster before, and that was one that I won at the D&D pre-release. That's the card token. Foil Illusion, Star Blue. And on the back, Insect. Lovely foily colours. I forget that these packs have almost all foil cards. Sneaking Guide we had before, but this time it's in foil. Solarport Duelist again, but in foil. Broken Wings. 3 mana, take out an artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Foil Cunning Geyser Mage. Foil Sentinel. Oh, Foil Ruin Crab. Landfall, each opponent mills 3. Nice. Choleric of Life spawns in foil. Full Art Mountain. This one's not in foil, but it is borderless. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest converted mana cost amongst stuff they control. That's 3 mana. That's nice for a commander. That should definitely go into the Conan deck. Tazri, Beacon of Unity in foil. This is probably what's going to be our... there's a few different Tazris, we're not sure which we're going to have as our party deck leader. Skyclave Geopeat, borderless. It's landfall +2/+2 till end of turn again. I think there's one of these in each colour, I believe. In fact, no, the Akun Dog also had this ability in this colour. Skyclave Pickaxe. like all, it attaches for free, and it gives the ability that was just in the card we just saw, +2/+2 till end of turn for landfall. Oh. Jace, Mirror Mage. Mythic Borderless. Kicker 2. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create a copy of it. Except it's not legendary and has starting loyalty of 1. +1 strike 2. For 0, draw a card, reveal it, move an number of loyalty counters equal to that card's mana cost from Jace. So you use one to scry, and if you can afford it, you use the other one to draw. That's nice. I like that. Canopy Baloth and foil, and Shatter Skull Charger. Giant Warrior, 4/3 for 3, kicker 2, trample haste. If it was kicked, it gets a +1/+1 counter. At the beginning of your end step, if it doesn't have a +1/+1 counter on it, bounce it back to your hand. So there are other ways to get counters on it, besides the kicker. Or you can protect it by getting it off the field. Nice giant, because you can see there's a horse running away from it that only comes up to its knee. Anyway, that is all from today, and soon we'll be bringing you chapter 1 of an Elborak story. We hope you stay tuned for that. Until then, have a good time.